everybody, I am Elio, and let's finish Pokemon White. We're going to interact with the statue once again to make our final descent to the true champion, this time without interruptions. So, this LP is drawn to a close, and it's been a long ride, something like 5 months. And even though it got off to a slow start, I've definitely been enjoying this game. It's been a great experience LPing it, but to be honest, it's about time it's ended. I'm ready to move on to other things. Anyways, enter the building, make your way to the back, and... starting our final fight with the champion Alder. He has all Generation 5 Pokemon. The first of his Pokemon is Axelgore, the evolution of Shelmet, Bug type. It's got amazing speed and great special attack, but it's got low defenses, including a very low physical defense stat. Its weaknesses are Rock, Flying, and Fire, and it's got nothing to cover those weaknesses. But to be honest, I recommend using a physical flying type here, because I would save rock or fire types for Pokemon later in the fight. I'm only using Aragog here because Aragog's got nothing better to do. And I've planned this out in advance, so I know what I'm doing. Well, healing Aragog didn't do any good, so I guess he'll just have to faint. Hi Aragog, you've been good. Next, I think I'll have Nega-Wisp finish it off. I love that sort of scarf that trails behind Axelgore. Why are you using Energy Ball? That's a grass-type move. Why are you using grass against a fire? You were not badly programmed, but that was a stupid move on your part. Bad champion, bad. Okay, next up, Buffland, a normal type, with high attack and good defenses, but it's rather slow. Being normal type, it has only one weakness, fighting type, so I recommend you here use a fast fighting type, like my Scrappy here. High jump kick should take off a good deal of its HP, yeah. Head charge, that's going to give it recoil, and I've got Rocky Helmet on too, so that's going to that's going to kill itself. Nice. Alright, next is Druddigon, a dragon type, with high attack and good defenses, but it's rather slow. It's like a dragon version of Buffland almost. Not identical stats though. It's weak against dragon and ice, but it covers those weaknesses very well. It's got its own dragon move, Outrage, to deal with dragon types, and it's got the fighting type superpower to deal with ice type moves, so in my personal opinion, I think you should use a Pokemon that uses an ice move like Ice Beam, like teach something Ice Beam like a water type, because a lot of water types seem to know Ice Beam. Like my Daikenki. I recommend you use a Ice Beam user or something. I'm only not using Daikenki here because I'm saving Daikenki for something else. So Druddigon goes down. Normally that Outrage can be rather problematic to deal with, but the word's a good dodger with fly. Next up, Venilux, Ice type, the final evolution of Venilite. And this thing is rather well balanced actually. It's the best Ice type of this generation, definitely. It's got high special attack and good defenses, but if you want my opinion, you should take advantage of its lower defense. Its weaknesses are the typical Ice weaknesses, Fire, Fighting, Rock, and Steel, but it's got Flash Cannon to deal with Rock types. Besides, I think you should save Rock type for a later Pokemon. And same with Fire, so I recommend you use a Steel or Fighting type against Venilux there. Oh, speaking of saving Rock and Water moves, this is what I want you to use them against. Volcarona, it's not a super legendary, but it's pretty powerful in its own right. The evolution of Lolvesta, Bug and Fire, with very high special attack, great special defense, and it's fast. My goodness, can it be fast. And Quividence doesn't help either, because it boosts all 3 of those stats at the same time. You do not want this thing to stack those stat increases. As you can see here, Surf isn't going to be doing much at all. It's got lower defense though, so use a physical rock or water move. Those are two of its weaknesses, along with flying, but I recommend you use flying for Excelgor. And rock type is actually quad effective. It's got a quad weakness to rock, so I guess I could recommend you use a rock type if you have something with a rock type move, but I use TranquElliyo because he got the job done. And last up is TranquElliyo. This is what I recommend you save the fire type for. Very high attack and great defenses, being steel type. It's got steel, by the way, and the evolution of Carablast. But it's godly slow, so if you've got a fire type, any fire type really, just burn it. Aw, so close. And now the burn's gonna kill it, just like Superior. Wow, I've got good luck with that. And there we are, the champion battle is over, and so is the game. That's a very snazzy Hall of Fame sequence, if I do say so myself, and some Pokemon even get unique backgrounds, as Galvantula did with the Electric Web. But other Pokemon just sort of get template-type backgrounds. And here's my stuff. Pokemon League Champion, congratulations, ID number, and game time. 32 hours, not bad considering the first time I got to this point, I was something like 65 hours. Okay. And now to save. Saves the game after being the champion, of course. Turning. Could you do something? Thank you. And there we go. Pokemon White is done. Sigh of relief. And we get the same boring credits as before, except the legendary doesn't appear in the background. I repeat, this has been a very fun game to play and an enjoyable LP experience, especially for my first LP, but it's about time it got put to rest, because this has been a good 5 months, counting a month I had free of exams, so it was something like 4 months, but yeah, regardless, this needs to be put to rest. Another reason for that is because it was stressful, sometimes, with editing and post-commentary. I think this is the first time I've said this up front, but yes, all of Pokemon White was post-commentary. The reactions, they weren't staged, but they were replicated from when I actually played the game, and I've taken notes while playing the game sometimes too for things to say, but regardless, no matter how I made it seem, this all was post-commentary. But it's been fun. That's the most important thing. Something else you may notice, the date that this is going up is the 18th of September, the 1-year anniversary of Pokemon Black and White, and this was intentional. I've mentioned 1 or 2 times about a schedule I've kept to. So yeah, I made it this way, and it's been good. I guess this is the point where I can have special thanks to. Start with, I guess I can thank Stelios Kylios, because although I kind of figured out the playthrough stuff on my own, Stelios Kylios was the first stepping stones to being introduced to the community I now know, so I thank him for that. I thank Chugga Conroy and Nintendo Capri Sun for being the biggest inspirations to me, I think. And most of all, I thank you, the viewers, because even though it sounds kind of cliche, one of the biggest reasons I'm still doing this is the viewers I have, no matter how few. The inspiration I've got, even the people who aren't subscribers, I just love it. And though a lot of my current subscribers are mainly here for Sunshine, I thank those of you who've taken your time to watch my Pokemon videos. I thank you so much. So, I've still got Sunshine to finish, but after that, it's a secret to everyone. So, I thank you those of you who stick with me. Thank you for watching. I am Elio, and I'll see y'all later.